Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Parts Show. I'm your host, Robert. All right, UFL week number 7. Ooh, this season is going by quick. We got 10 regular season games, and we got 2 playoff weekends. All right, so last week, tied for my best week ever. 9-3, 3-1, 3-1, and 3-1. Straight up picks against the spread and over under. Wonderful weekend. After having 2 4-8 weekends, I needed to get a good weekend on picks. So overall this year, I'm 38-34. That breaks down to 14-10 on straight up picks, 11-13 against the spread, 13-11 over under, 52.7% overall. Not where I want to be. I want to be around 60%. But you know what? It's a work in progress. The same way when we start the CFL season next month, when we start the NFL and college football season in August, it's going to be the same kind of deal. The goal is always 60%, but we're going to do the best we can based on what we have. But all right, week number 7 is underway tonight with the Columbus Aviators 2-4 taking on the St. Louis BattleHawks 4-2. All right, Aviators scoring the 3rd most points per game, 21.7, giving up the 5th most at 23.8. The BattleHawks scoring the 4th most points at 21.3. But they are 3rd in points given up at 19.8. BattleHawks are 7th in offense yards, but they best in defense yards at 245. They are getting more first downs than their opponent. Same way with the Aviators. The Aviators have 125 first downs this year. Well, giving up 102, but they're 2-4. So that tells you how just weird this season has been. The BattleHawks are favored by 4.5. I got them winning covered. I am taking under in the 43.5. Next up, we have the Louisville Kings who are 2-4 against the DC Defenders, the defending champions, who are 5-1. I think it's going to be a great battle this year between Orlando, DC, and St. Louis. The Kings, they are 8th in offense at 262, 6th in defense at 306, so they're giving up a bunch of yards. They're 5th in points scored at 20.5, 4th giving up points at 21. They're just not playing that. They've had 28. They've given up 28 more first downs than they've actually gotten. 31% on 3rd down, so that's why they're 2-4. The Defenders, though, 1st in points scored per game, 32.7. 2nd lowest points given up at 17.5. So they are scoring points and holding the defense. Yards the same way. They are 3rd in defensive yards, and they are 5th in offensive yards. They've given up the same amount of first downs that they've gotten, so I mean they can work on that a little bit. But yeah, when you're 5-1, everything is going your way. They are favored by 10, double digits here. But most of their games they've won by double digits. So yeah, DC wins, covers the 10, and over on the 47.5. Because if you just look at if they're scoring 32 points a game and giving up 17, so they're actually giving up less than what Louisville is scoring. So that right there is over. So yeah, gotta go over on that one. The 3-3 Dallas Renegades taking on the 2-4 Birmingham Stallions. We got the 2nd in average points per game versus the 7th in average points per game. 23.2 for Dallas to 18.8 for Birmingham. Birmingham has the worst defense when it comes to yards allowed at 338. They're 8th. While Dallas has the most yards per game at 312. So yeah, this one could be a little wild there in Birmingham. First downs, 109 to 101 by Dallas. 46% on 3rd down for Dallas. Dallas is favored by 1.5 with an over-under of 45.5. I got Dallas winning. I got them covering. Oh, goodness. I kind of want to go over on that 45.5 because I think they're going to be able to put some yards on the board. They are 2nd in points. They are 6th in defensive points, but they are 7th in defensive points. You know what? I am going to change this on the fly. Every time I do this, I screw it up. But I'm going to go over on that one, over on the 45.5. So Dallas win, cover, over on the 45.5. All right, and then in that fourth game, we have the 4-2 Orlando Storm taking on the 2-4 Houston Gamblers. Second in offense versus sixth in offense. Both teams are almost 300 yards per game given up on defense. Orlando's at 299.5, while Houston is at 309.8. Oh, goodness gracious. Both teams aren't great on third down. 38 for Orlando, 29 for Houston. Orlando's favored by 4.5. I got them winning covering. I am taking the over on this one, 44.5. So in recap, St. Louis wins, covers the 4.5, under on the 43.5 overall points. DC got them winning, covering the 10, over on the 47.5. Dallas winning, covering the 1.5, over on the 45.5. And then Orlando Storm winning, covering the 4.5, and over on the 44.5. So I got 3 of these going over the points, only 1 staying under. So we'll see how that works out for me. But all right, that is UFL week number 7. Make sure if you are a NASCAR fan, you check out the NASCAR Custom Truck Series preview at Watson's Glen later on today as well. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. And don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader sports content.